Hello, my students. Our session today is Unit 3 Festivals and Special Days. Let's start with the revision. Rewrite the following sentences. Number 1. Ali has fewer books than Mona. Use more. We said before that fewer comes before countable nouns, and also more comes before countable and uncountable nouns. So in this sentence, we will start with the second noun, Mona. The answer will be Mona has more books than Ali. Number 2, I don't have much time to read. Use little. We said before that much comes before uncountable nouns in the question and in the negative sentence. But little comes also before uncountable nouns but in the affirmative sentence. So the answer will be I have little time to read. Number 3, I don't have as much interest in films as I do in matches. Use less. Less comes before uncountable nouns. Okay, so the answer will be I have less interest in films than in matches. Now let's turn to the new words for this unit. Number 1, celebrate. Celebrate is a verb. It means enjoy activities or important days. For example, in Australia, people celebrate the start of spring in September. Number 2, festival. Festival is a noun. It means an important day with many activities. For example, a lot of people have a festival of eggs in spring. Number 3, preserve. Preserve is a verb. It means to keep something from being damaged. For example, olives preserved in brine. Number 4, parade. Parade, it's a noun. It means an event in which people wear colorful costumes and move down the street. For example, the parade is held every year. Represent. Represent. It's a verb. It means to be a sign of something. Costume. Costume. It's a noun. It means clothes worn by actors. For example, he went to the party in a giant costume. Decorate. Decorate is a verb. It means to make something nice. Lantern. Lantern is a noun. It's a type of lamp you carry. Breeze. Breeze is a noun. It means a light, gentle wind. Let's turn to the language notes. Number 1, spring. Spring has two meanings. Look at the first sentence. Spring is celebrated in different ways. Spring here is a season of the year. But the second one, there are many springs in Siwa. Springs here means places where water comes naturally to the surface from the ground. Let's turn to know the difference between special, private, and public. Number 1, special. Special is an adjective used by or intended for one person or group of people. For example, spring is a very special time of the year, or doctors wear special uniforms. Number 2, private. Private also is an adjective. It means belongs to a particular person or group, not for public use. For example, this is our car. It's private. Number 3, public. It means for all people. All people can use public transport. And here appear on trees. Look at this sentence. Thousands of flowers appear on trees. Under the trees, for example, people have picnics under the trees. Represent and present. The first one, eggs and flowers, represent the new life. Number 2, present. It's a noun. We give him many presents on his birthday. It means smelling. For example, شم نسيم means smelling the breeze. On Monday and on a Monday. For example, he will travel on Monday. Number 2, شم نسيم is celebrated on a Monday in April. 300 BCE or AD 300. For example, the festival started in about 2700 BCE. Season is a noun and also season is a verb. For example, spring is a nice season. Number 2, she seasoned food with salt. She added salt to food to make it tasty. Good for and good at. The spring air is very good for you. Number 2, he is good at writing English. Along the Nile. People often have picnics along the Nile. Traditions and habits. Okay? Traditions means beliefs or customs among a particular group of people. Okay? But habit, it's done by one person. For example, it's people's tradition to eat فسيخ on this day. Number 2, his habit is to get up early. It belongs to one person. Date back to, it means return to. Return to. This tradition dates back to 200 years ago. Okay? Using sequencing words. The sequencing words are first of all, next, afterwards, after that, at midday, or finally. Look at these sentences. First of all, we can clean our houses. Next, we decorate our home. Afterwards, we will buy new furniture. After that, we will furnish our houses. At midday, we will cook our lunch. Finally, we will celebrate my birthday at home. Let's turn to the grammar for this unit. Our grammar is about the present and the past simple passive. We use the passive voice when we want to focus on the object, not the subject. Let's start with the present simple passive. Look at the first sentence. People cook eggs in big pans. The object here is eggs. Okay, so we will start with the object eggs, and that's followed by are because eggs is plural. Eggs are cooked. Cooked is the past participle, and complete the sentence in big pans. Number 2, they play football every day. We will start with football because it's the object, and is and played is the past participle, and complete the sentence. He doesn't eat meat. When we turn it to the passive, it will be meat isn't eaten. The past simple passive. The main sentence should be in the past simple. Okay? Number 1, she cooked lunch. So, when we turn it to the passive, we will start with the object, lunch, and after that we will put was or were according to the object. So, lunch was cooked. Number 2, Ali wrote the emails. We will start with the emails were written by Ali. Number 3, I didn't send the email. The answer will be the email wasn't sent. Let's turn to the yes or no question in the passive voice. For the present, we will start with am or is or are plus the object plus the past participle. For example, do we eat special foods in Egypt? It's active voice. When we turn it to the passive, we will start with am or is or are. Here we will start with are because foods is plural. Are special foods eaten in Egypt? Number 2, for the past, we will start with was or were and the object and the past participle. For example, did you buy this toy yesterday? It's the active voice. When we turn it to the passive, we will start with was or were. So the answer is, was this toy bought yesterday? And for the WH question, we will start with the WH tool or word, and am or is or are, or was or were for the past, and the object and the past participle. For example, why do people keep fish in the fridge? It's the active. In the passive, it will be, why is fish kept in the fridge? Number 2, in the past, when did Ali write the letter? In the passive, it will be, when was the letter written? Okay, now let's practice. Rewrite the following sentences. Number 1, farmers grow crops well. Use grown. Grown is a past participle from the verb grow. So, he wants us to turn the sentence from the active voice to the passive. Okay? We will start with the object. The object here is crops. The answer will be, crops are grown well by farmers. Number 2, we make box of paper. Use are made. So the answer will be, books are made of paper. Number 3, how do people celebrate Sham el-Nessim? Use celebrated. Celebrated is a past participle from the verb celebrate. So the answer will be, how is Sham el-Nessim celebrated? The last one, an Italian invented the first pizza. Use was, because the main sentence in the past, so we will turn the sentence to the past passive. The answer will be, the first pizza was invented by an Italian. And thanks a lot.